it's Diwali is all about celebration, Naya Saal, Nayi Shuruaat. The Samvat year really has been a terrible and a horrible year, but are we in for a Naya Saal, Nayi Shuruaat? Will the Samvat year, the coming Samvat year, be dramatically different, or we are for more pain and grind and nothing large should be expected? I mean, safety and conservation were the two words which made all the difference to your portfolio. If you protected, if you did not take adventurous bets, if you avoided stocks like Yes Bank or NBFCs or India Bulls, it's been an okay year. But is it time to take risk, or is it time to really hide under the shelter of safety with some of the safe stocks? So I'm going to bring on board someone who believes that I don't want to buy large cap stocks because large cap stocks do not create mega wealth. He's always gone against the grain, bought small and mid cap stocks which have potential to become large cap stocks. Vijay Kedia joins us now. Vijay, first of all, season's greetings and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and greetings to all of you. Happy Diwali.
Last 1 year has been terrible for mid cap investors, and it's been a horrible year for small cap investors. How are you managing this volatility? How are you managing this kind of a market when large part of your portfolio is mid cap and small cap facing?
You see, I remember one thing. We investors are like Salim of movie Mughal-e-Azam, where he says that Anarkali kaid kar li gayi aur main dekhta raha. So this is what our situation is in the market. And having said that, I am doing nothing. I am just staying put. Whatever investments I have made in last 2-3 years or 4 years, unko jhel raha hu, you can say that.
But why are you not selling them? I mean, are you convinced that whatever stocks you bought, some of the stocks we discussed, like a Repro, we've discussed, Karnataka Bank, we've discussed some stocks which you own. What is giving you the conviction that you still want to stay invested in them? If you made an investment and if you don't like your thesis, you can always get out. Have you altered your portfolio? Have you cut some stocks?
I will tell you, Karnataka Bank, I quit long time back, maybe last year or 1.5 year back. Okay, so whatever we have discussed in the past on your channel, I am holding all those stocks. Maybe I have sold some small portion of some stock to buy some new stocks. So this is what I am doing just to, pass my time and remain to keep my mind active in the market. So I am staying put. Even if I am given another chance, I don't think that I will do something different, or I will buy some other stock, or I will sell these stocks, the existing stocks. I am comfortable. I am okay with all those, my portfolio.
So Anarkali being small and mid caps, right? I just want to specify.
Yes.
Okay. When do you see recovery coming in for the small and mid caps?
It depends, because as one thing I will tell you, in last Diwali, I was of the opinion, I thought that maybe 90% of the stocks in the market are Bhangar cap. Okay. Now this Diwali, I think 95% of the stocks are coming into that category. So it is very difficult to say when all these stocks are going to revive. Okay. But broadly speaking, I think maybe in the majority of good stocks, bottom must be there in place. But recovery will take some time. I don't think it is going to happen very soon. For the simple matter, the bottom in the market may be in place or will be made maybe next 2 months or 3 months. But numbers wise, companies are going to report, not so good numbers for at least next 2-3 quarters.
But the market will price that in advance. So you are saying that the peak of the pessimism hasn't quite hit the mid and small caps. There's more pain. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but it depends on which side of fence you are, because it's a large gamut of shares. It's 5,000 shares. So we are discussing here only about, say, 200 shares. Sure. So maybe largely bottom must be in place, but it doesn't matter even the bottom is in place. There are two things I will tell you. Even suppose, what is the significance of the bottom? If this, whatever price we have seen in majority of the stocks, whatever price we have seen in 2017 and 18 or 16, most of the stocks are not going to come to that level, maybe for next 5 years or 10 years. Most of the stocks. So hardly very few quality stocks are capable of coming back to their previous high.
But then how do you make a case for this still being the most attractive asset class, especially for investors, retail investors who are looking at the broader markets as opportunities? Given the kind of collapse we've seen on these mid cap and small cap shares in the last couple of years, and if you're saying the pain is going to continue for a while, how does one convince them that this is still the asset class that will benefit them in the long term?
No, because ultimately, as we always discuss, the stock market, you can only make money if you hold the shares for 10 years or for 5 years. So you have to keep your horizon little further.
Okay.
Last time when we saw a big correction in mid and small cap stocks, it started, let's say, from 2008, 2009. And mid and small cap stocks, they went into a trade spell till 2013, 14, which means mid and small cap stocks, they went into a bear market for 5-6 years. 2018 was the peak for mid and small cap stocks. And this is 2019 end. So if I go by the previous cycle and other previous cycles, mid and small cap stocks as an investment cluster could remain in a bear market for another 2 or 3 years.
I will reply this differently. As you said that there was a bear market from 9 to 13 and 14. Actually, I differ. If I look at my investments, I got most of the reward for my investment between 2009 and 13 and 14 only. So it's a myth that, and I think most of the HNI's investor, I am small investor, forget about me, ask you Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and other investors also. They must have a lot of money between 9 and 13.
No, so they bought in 9.
No, they must have bought in 2003 or 5 or 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so because this is what market moves on rotation, the stock which performed between 2002 and 2007 or say 8 did not perform between 2008 and 14. So this market moves on rotation. The stock which performed during 2000, during the boom of say 92 to 2000 did not perform at all in between 2003 and 8. So some sectors, so it depends, it is like rotation, you know. So I don't agree to this that ultimately that is why it is said that you should have a 10 years horizon. So ultimately you will get one cycle to recover your money or to make your money.
So Vijay, as a strategy, what is it that you have done in the last 6 months? What are the stocks that you've gotten out of and what are the new spaces that you're looking at?
In last 6 months, I have done nothing. I have written 7 songs and posted on YouTube. So this is what I am
We'll
doing.
come to that in just a bit, don't worry. No, but purely in terms of a market strategy.
No, nothing. As I said, I did nothing. I sold some shares, some portions, some 5-10% of my old holding just to, buy some new shares because I'm fully invested, 100% invested since last 30 years. So just to pass my time.
What is stopping you? I remember we had a chat when you said, look, I bought Atul Auto at 100. Then 2008 happened. It went down to 20 rupees. I bought more. If you're confident of your portfolio, what is stopping you from buying some of your stocks? Let's say Sudarshan Chemical, a 600 rupee stock came down to 300. Or Repro, it's not gone anywhere. Or Webhub, it's not corrected. I was looking at the chart, it's at 800.
And Everest has fallen down from my cost price, 30% lower.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is stopping you from increasing your allocation? Is it liquidity or is it you're not convinced?
No, liquidity. I am fully convinced if I have 5,000 crore rupees today, I will invest in the market right now.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
What is stopping you from raising capital and investing?
No,
You've
I
done
don't
that in
raise
the past.
capital. I don't invest with borrowed money. I don't do that because then it gives me, a headache. And the purpose of life is to be happy. So I want to live a happy life. I don't want that. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% leverage for the time being. That is different. Otherwise.
Okay, let's assume if you could leverage this 5,000 crore rupees, where would you allocate that money in the current market?
Wherever I am having my own investments, maybe I can increase.
Okay, just add to your position.
Or maybe I can buy some new shares also.
Like?
Like I have bought. Then it will become a recommendation, and people who whatever stocks we have discussed in the past, all are not fared well. Okay.
It's okay. See, market, everybody has to understand risk. Whatever comes on with experts like you, we always have this disclosure going, which is that please do your homework. What you may do will have a different perspective. Your risk, your appetite, your time horizon is different. We're having a general chat that what you've been up to.
No, so I would invest in some infrastructure stocks. I will tell you one thing. What I have understood, I am watching this government very closely. Okay. And I am not in the camp who keep on criticizing every move of this government. Because if you will having that negative mindset, then you will go wrong. The best thing in this market is to focus where the focus of the government is. What I have understood from the interviews given by this Subramanian, our CEA, Chief Economic Advisor, that this government is going to change the business model in India. Earlier, they were emphasizing on consumer-led growth model. Now, he is of the opinion that consumer-led growth model is not working in the developing country. It is for the developed country. So, he is putting more emphasis, I think, on investment-led growth model. And they have also announced that government is going to spend 100 lakh crore rupees in next 5 years on infrastructure. So, my focus is there.
But, my only problem is that, and I'm just being a devil's advocate here, I need to counter your bullishness here, which is that somebody has to take risk in the market, right? If I look at the balance sheet of most of the corporates, either they don't have the appetite or they don't have the willingness. For those who have the capital, they don't want to take a risk. Why? Because taxation structure is high. So my question to you is that when the 2003 to 2008 bull market started, the Tatas and the Mahindras and the Vedantas of the world, they took risk. I don't see in this downturn too many people are talking about capex, leveraging the balance sheet, or using low interest rate to build more capacity.
Sentiment is still off.
Yeah. If at all, everybody is using the word deleveraging, and after what's happened to ZSL, leverage issue, most of the corporate guys are saying, look, it's not worth it.
Leverage, I guess, will be the last of the cycle when the animal spirits come back. Yeah.
So that is a problem in the market. Certainly, that is why we are seeing this carnage in mid-cap and in small caps. So, but we live on optimism, right? As the government has announced corporate tax cut and plus 15% to the any new unit, I think all these things will bring some investment into the country. So, हम लोग इसी पर जिंदा है.
Triumph of optimistic. Over the years I've interacted with Vijay, it's been, you got to be bullish when everyone is bearish.
Yeah.
And right now the only bulls you can find on the street, apart from a handful of old timers, is in Mughal-e-Azam. Trust me, everybody is so bearish on the street right now that, you can't find bulls on the street.
And it has become a fashion to be bearish. तो मेरा ड्राइवर भी बोलता है कंट्री का क्या होने वाला है. हमने तू गाड़ी चला, पीछे मत देख, तू आगे देख क्या होने वाला, मैं बैठा हूँ.
Okay, so since all you've done is recorded songs and put them up on YouTube, one for the markets on Diwali day. Come on.
You don't say no to Aisha. I don't say no. Nobody says no to Aisha.
Okay, since no one does, yes, please.
क्या करूँ?
Come on, one song for the market, describing the current market mood.
Describing the current market mood.
हो जाए.
नहीं, मैं एक जनरल बताता हूँ आपको. थोड़ा पैसा जो आना शुरू हो गया, मुझको लगने लगा मैं गुरु हो गया. कॉन्फिडेंस वो आया, बड़ा दाव लगाया, पैसा इतना डुबाया, मजा आ गया, मेरे फ्यूचर ऑप्शन.
Very good one.
How does the song end now?
अभी आपने दूसरा हुआ घाटा तो मैंने डिसाइड किया, सबसे पहले ट्रेडिंग को गुड बाय किया, पेनी स्टॉक हटाया, म्यूचुअल फंड में लगाया, पैसा इतना कमाया, मजा आ गया. This is how it ends.
Lovely.
So start the
So
SIPs.
nice.
Start the SIPs.
Stay away from trading.
Yes, of course. Yes.
I asked Rakesh Jhunjhunwala the same question. I said, Mr. Jhunjhunwala, you've made your money or wealth by trading, and you're telling others not to trade. His answer was very nice. We'll play it out during the course of the day. He says, Daddy whiskey पीते थे, पर हमें मना करते थे. So you made your money by trading, and you're telling others not to trade. Why is that?
And what did you ask Kareena Kapoor?
That 6:30
Please watch.
evening.
You will know very soon. And Katrina Kaif also. We've got a full lineup.
Which is one business when we end our today's conversation? Diwali is all about Murat picks. And if I don't ask you, the interview will not be complete. So what is Vijay Kedia's Murat tip or Murat pick, apart from not trading?
There is no Murat. I am doing little bit here and there, as I said, because I don't have money. I bought some escorts, let me tell you, when it was 500 rupees. Now it has already gone up 20-30%. So I bought some escorts, let me tell you. And plus it is in public domain also, that GMC project. I bought some New Land Laboratory also. I bought some. So this is what I'm doing, some here and there, but nothing.
But you're not panicking. What I want to understand from you is that a mid-cap investor like yours, in this market, you are not panicking.
अरे ऑफ कोर्स नॉट पैनिक ही. आराम से योगा करता हूँ, मेडिटेशन करता हूँ, गाना गाता हूँ, मजा करता हूँ. कोई पैनिक वैनिक का शरीर भगवान का, धन सरकार का. आपने क्या अपनी इस समय गीता ज्ञान है, क्या लेके आया था, क्या लेके जाएगा, कुछ नहीं है दोस्त.
We can give some charities there. No, but
this is the time to learn philosophy.
So what is your charity pledge then? Are you looking at creating donating a lot of your wealth towards charity?
Of course.
You've got two sons. Before you answer that, they're watching the show. And a grandson. They're watching the show.
I have set up one trust, let me tell you. So I'm doing my own bit. Whatever, जो मैं छोटा आदमी हूँ, उसके हिसाब से मैं कर रहा हूँ. ऐसा नहीं है, सब बड़े-बड़े लोगों को देखकर I'm also learning.
Okay. Vijay, you want to know what's Kareena Kapoor saying? We'll just quickly play out a teaser, and of course you can catch the entire conversation later today.
What motivates you to work? Is it fame? Is it ego? Is it money? Is it success?
I think it's a lot to do with the fact that, I'm allowed to do what I want. I have a nice choice and I have a nice life where I can work and do exactly what I want and take time off also. And money is there, because I think I'm a sensible Sindhi. There is a little Sindhi blood in me.
Sensible Sindhi is what Kareena Kapoor calls herself. Any reaction to that? The show will play out at 4:30.
No.
She's a clear favorite, I'm guessing.
No, I am also have some Marwadi blood in me. A lot of Marwadi blood in me. I can say
So
that
conserve and spend, is that the strategy right now
Yes.
in the market? Don't be foolish. Don't look at the prices and just deploy all your cash in one go.
Yes, maybe that is always, all principles are same. They don't change. Basic principles are always same in the market. And again, as what I am doing, I am just focusing where the focus of the government is. This is what I am doing, nothing else.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, infrastructure.
And not private government. Or just anything to do with infrastructure.
Anything to do, but there are hardly few solvent company left in this sector. So, let's see.
Okay, Vijay, keep smiling, keep singing, and hopefully when we chat next, it'll be a more positive song in
Yeah.
the markets.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Happy
for taking the
Diwali.
time out, and happy Diwali once again.